He should be here any minute.
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't turn out to be a huge mistake. All right, let's go buy a new car, I guess.
I feel like it's a little clown car or something. I don't feel like it's real.
It smells like our RV.
It does. It smells
like the driver's area.
Old and familiar.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Check that thing out. This thing is so friggin' awesome, you guys. So someone already stopped me and was like, hey man, what is that thing? I had to talk to him for like 10 minutes. He was blown away by it. Good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
The time has come. We're saying goodbye to the Dominican Republic.
It came and went so quickly.
Yeah,
We've been here for, I
like
think,
that.
3 weeks even, but it still feels like it was just a week or so.
But we said goodbye to Trevor and Anna. They dropped us off at the airport and then they drove off into the Dominican sunset. But now it's back to reality. RV reality, baby, because we got plans, big plans.
Big plans, y'all. We are heading back to Clementine.
So we have concocted quite a little scheme here because we actually have to go and pick up a brand new vehicle that we're going to be purchasing to tow behind the RV. So the vehicle we are picking up is actually going to be in Florida. So here is our grand scheme to sort all this out and then get the vehicle over, ultimately, to Texas. First, we're going to take a plane from here in the Dominican Republic over to Miami, Florida. Once we're in Miami, we're going to rent a car. We're going to slowly make our way up to the Panhandle to the town of Fort Walton Beach. There, we are going to pick up our awesome new vehicle. We are going to then promptly drive it down to Tampa and then drop it off at a mechanic who's going to do some work on it. Then we are going to hop a plane from Tampa over to St. Louis, Missouri. We are going to pick up our Durango. We're going to drive it back down to Texas. Then we're going to drive the Durango and the RV separately down to Austin, where we're going to park it for a little bit and get a whole bunch of stuff done before we head out on the road indefinitely.
But then in a couple-ish months, once the work's done on our new vehicle, we'll go back to Florida, grab that, drive back to the RV, and then really, truly hit the road.
We got schemes, y'all. It's all gonna work out, all right? Trust me, it might be a little confusing right now, but it's gonna work, baby.
Yeah, when we told you guys we wanted to get a tow vehicle, did you ever think that we would go through this much trouble to do it?
Why make things easy for ourselves? But for now, we gotta board a plane, so let's go. This is it, you guys. Our new car, we're gonna tow behind the RV.
It's just like we always planned and dreamed. A brand new used Kia. Psych, we tricked you guys. This is not. This is just our rental car.
Obviously. However, we are going to get into this car. We are going to do a lot of driving. We're gonna probably stop at a hotel overnight, but it's not gonna be anything you wanna see because we're probably gonna get in very late, probably watch a little Fast and the Furious, Transformers, you know, the classic hotel cable movies.
Yep.
And then go to bed.
And then go fast asleep because back in the Dominican Republic, it is 2 hours later than now. So it's getting very, very late for us.
But stay tuned because we are so excited to show you guys the vehicle we are going to be towing behind Clementine because it's going to be much cooler than this.
Only 2 days. And then we get the car of our dreams. Okay, bye.
We made it to Fort Walton Beach and we've just been communicating with the guy we're buying the car off of, and we decided to meet in a Starbucks parking lot. So we've just been there chilling, getting stuff done.
Yeah, but he should be here any minute.
Yeah, we're excited, we're nervous. Hopefully this doesn't turn out to be a huge mistake, but you know, the RV felt like a mistake at some times, but now it doesn't. So no matter what it is, we're gonna get through it, you know what I mean? And we're gonna be happy we did it.
Definitely gonna make it the right decision, one way or another.
Yeah. Oh snap, our little Suzuki just pulled up. Oh my God. It's adorable.
It's so cute, it's too cute.
All right, let's go buy a new car, I guess. A new, very, very old car.
Oh my word.
Here it is, you guys. This is it.
It's the cutest,
it's in real life.
Little vehicle I've ever seen.
What do you guys think? Is it us? Oh, it's us, baby. We're gonna make it us. Holy cow.
Y'all, I feel like it's a little clown car or something. I don't feel like it's real.
Check it out, y'all.
Oh my God.
You know, it's in much better condition than I was expecting.
So cool.
It smells like our RV.
It does. It smells
like the driver's area.
Old and familiar. Okay, we're getting Eric in here because he's actually the one who can drive manual.
Well, barely. Which key is it? This one? Oh, we got tunes, baby. Ooh, a little Pearl Jam.
Very fitting for this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check that thing out. Oh man, this thing is so freaking goofy. It's so tiny.
But honestly, it's more spacious than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Well, it's official, y'all. We own this beast of a vehicle.
We bought a car!
We really bought a car this time.
We bought a car! All right.
Yeah. So we got a little excited, and I was just test driving it. We were talking to the guy. We checked everything out, did all the paperwork and stuff, and that's where we are now. We did it all, baby. We own this thing.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's real. It's ours.
Yeah, it's ours, baby. Now, can I drive the dang thing?
Can you drive it?
It's a little hard to drive, but it's not that bad. Mainly because I haven't driven a stick in a very, very long time, or very much at all, really. Oh yeah, baby, we're off now. This thing is so friggin' awesome, you guys. Someone already stopped me and was like, hey man, what is that thing? I had to talk to him for like 10 minutes. He was blown away by it.
We're gonna hit the road and drive for a bit, and then we will stop and tell you a little bit more about this beauty.
We have spent the last few months searching far and wide for the perfect tow vehicle to pull behind the RV, and y'all, I think we found it. This Japanese beauty is a Suzuki Samurai. Did I do it good?
That was awesome. You came up real fast. So when we finally made the decision to get a tow vehicle, one thing that was very important to us is that we were able to flat tow the vehicle. And that means you don't have to have any sort of trailer or contraptions to tow it. You just pull it flat on all four wheels.
Pretty much the most popular flat tow vehicle is the Jeep Wrangler, especially the older ones because they're a little bit lighter. However, they were still a little too heavy for what we wanted to pull because Clementine already doesn't get good gas mileage, and the more you pull, the more it's gonna wreck your gas mileage. So we wanted something a little bit lighter. Sadly, the options are limited because most automatic transmission cars cannot be flat towed. So we started to look at manual cars.
Yay, manuals! I still don't quite know how to drive one.
Yeah, but she'll learn.
Details.
On this one.
So originally we were looking at the Fiat 500, which is super tiny, super light, comes in a manual, but we didn't think it had the right vibe to be pulled behind Clementine. It wasn't a car that we personally were excited about.
Then we looked at the Mini Cooper, which is a little bit heavier than the Fiat, but it can be flat towed. They have a manual version of it, but I just didn't know if it was our style, you know?
No. So we did a little bit of Googling, and then we came across the Samurai.
We took one look at this thing online and we were like, okay, this is the vehicle.
The
this
only
is the one.
vehicle we ever wanted, and we didn't even know it.
So then we spent the next month and a half looking at every single Suzuki Samurai for sale in the USA and even in Canada.
Every single one of them. I think even Mexico too.
Yeah. We even made offers on several of them. We found a tin top red one that was in Texas, but the guy wanted a little too high of a price for it, so that didn't work out. Then we found a white one on eBay, and we actually were talking with the guy and trying to come up with a price, and then all of a sudden, he sells it immediately for $20,000.
We're like, no!
Crazy. But then Facebook Marketplace came through. We found this one in Florida. This one actually ticked most of the boxes for us. We wanted a red one. We wanted one that was still in pretty good condition, couldn't have any rust underneath.
And we knew we definitely wanted one from the 90s because the suspension is a bit better and it has electronic fuel injection, both of which were very important to us.
Prepare for the most extraordinary event of your lifetime. The next major turning point in the history of all civilization. Hi! Introducing the new Suzuki Samurai 4x4. The beginning of the universe was dull by comparison.
The history of the Suzuki Samurai is a very, very interesting one. So they started selling these in North America in 1986, which is actually the year I was born. So that's a good sign, right? But this is a 93,
Probably.
so I don't know if that matters. And they were actually quite popular. In fact, one of those years in the 80s, they sold over 100,000 of these things. I think it even outsold the Jeep for a very small window of time. Then tragedy struck. Consumer Reports ended up doing this whole expose about the Suzuki Samurai and determined that it's a rollover risk. This completely destroyed the sales of the Suzuki Samurai, and it ended up selling less and less and less every single year up until its last production year run, which was 1995. However, the results of this Consumer Reports article were highly, highly contested, and there was even a lawsuit over it. Suzuki sued the Consumers Union because they felt like the results weren't actually accurate and the testing conditions didn't really reflect real-world driving conditions. Even if the test was inaccurate, it really didn't make a difference. The damage was done, and the reputation of the Suzuki Samurai went down the drain.
So even though they haven't made these in quite some time, luckily they were so popular for so long that you can still find tons of them around the country. And some are in pretty rough conditions, especially because it's an off-roading vehicle, so people really beat them up. But this one happened to be one of the best looking that we came across, maybe the best. Funnily enough, over the last few years, these guys have actually become quite the collector's item, which means that the prices have pretty much skyrocketed. I think when they first came out, you could buy them for about 6,500 USD, like fully ready to go, 6,500 USD. Nowadays, they're worth a lot more than that, especially if they're in decent condition. So the asking price for this bad boy was 15,000 USD. We were only able to talk him down to 12,750, but we feel like that is a super deal because there is no rust in here. I mean, it looks almost like new on the outside. They've done a lot of engine work.
We've already had multiple guys walk up and just ask about the car, and one guy was like, well, what the heck? It looks new. So that's what we wanted to hear.
Exactly. After looking at literally hundreds of Samurais, we are very happy with the price we paid, though. And very happy with our Samurai. I love it.
We are in love. We're completely in love, you guys.
It's so silly and amazing.
We're used to making purchases like this and then being like, what have we done afterwards? But we really haven't felt that with this. We are just in love with it completely.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
I mean, look at it. Come on, you guys.
Don't I look like I was born to be in this?
Oh yeah, you look great, kid.
Now one day I'll be able to drive it.
Yeah. So let's give you a little tour of the Suzuki Samurai.
As you can see, it's not the most spacious vehicle in the entire world, but there are 4 seats in here, so we fit comfortably up here, and we can even have 2 buddies come along with us.
And believe it or not, this vehicle weighs maybe just over 2,000 pounds. So it's pretty much the lightest vehicle on the road. So this is the cockpit. It's very hard to find a dash and control center that's in good condition at all. Usually there's cracks, scrapes, scuffs, all kinds of stuff. This is pretty much perfect. There isn't a single scratch or scuff on this thing. How did they keep it in such good condition for so long? They also put an aftermarket stereo, which is pretty common, so we do have Bluetooth. The previous owner installed a couple speakers all around the thing, so we actually have pretty good tunes. We're jamming as we're going down the highway. Down here, you'll notice the 4-wheel drive transfer case. So this bad boy is 4-wheel drive. Pretty much all of them on the road are gonna be 4-wheel drive. We probably won't be doing too much 4-wheel drive off-roading, but it is good to know that we have that capability should we decide to do that.
Oh, heck no, dude. We're gonna go off-road all the time
We
now.
are? Well, awesome. Yeah, but I can't scratch the thing. That's the problem. You know, now I don't want to take it on some trail and scratch it
We'll
all up.
put some like bubble wrap around the outside to keep it nice.
Good idea. One really cool feature that this Suzuki had that we didn't see on any of the others was they have this custom fit little carpeting that goes over the dash. This is awesome because it keeps the sun from like wearing down the plastic up here. This one does have AC, but that really doesn't mean much because even the Samurais that have AC don't really blow that cold. Most of them don't even have AC, or the AC just doesn't work.
So that is definitely one negative, especially if you live in a warmer climate.
Yeah, but we got the hardtop. We can pop that thing off. We can roll down the window, so it's just that kind of vehicle. You know, you just enjoy the fresh air. Horn works. Isn't that from the old Suzuki commercials? Hi. Hi. It actually sounds just like the horn from the commercials. That's funny.
It sounds kind of like a clown horn. Everything about this is a clown car.
As you guys have seen, there is a back seat to this thing. There's also some semblance of trunk space.
Yeah.
So they have
Sure.
this little hatch right here that opens up from the hardtop. Mm-hmm. Then this awesome little door opens up. They have this epic subwoofer that they've mounted here.
And then you have about 1 foot of space.
Look at that. Look, you could fit a bag right there.
Right
Check it
there.
out.
Can you still close it?
Yeah. All right, look, storage.
Nailed it. That's all you need, right? 1 bag in your entire life. But if you do need more space, it's really easy to just fold this down and up, and boom, you got tons of space in here.
Until you want to carry any passengers, then you have to put it right back down. Boop. There is one downside to the Suzuki Samurai that we haven't really mentioned yet, so we're gonna hop on the road and tell you more about it. We got to talk about the biggest downside to the Suzuki Samurai. Well, this thing has a 1.3 liter engine that puts out a whopping 68 or so horsepower, which is not a lot. It's enough to move this thing, but you really don't want to take it on a busy highway because you'll have a hard time getting this thing up to 70 miles per hour. And plus, it's just got such a weird center of gravity that you really don't want to go past 65 in general in this thing.
But have no fear, there is a fix for this. You can swap out the original engine for another Suzuki model that's bigger and beefier. And that is exactly what we're about to do.
Yep, so they're going to take an engine from either a Suzuki Sidekick or a Geo Tracker, which is basically an upgraded version of a Samurai, and they're going to put it in there, and it's going to be a 1.6 liter engine that's going to give us a bit over 100 horsepower. Now, this doesn't mean this thing's going to be like a Ferrari or anything, obviously nothing close to that, but it's going to give it a little bit more oomph to get up to speed, and it's going to be able to hold about 65, hopefully. Whereas right now, I can get it up to 65, but this engine has some high RPMs. It's whirring, baby.
Yeah. But, you know, we're kind of used to it. With the RV, we can't go really over 55, so we're used to cruising. It's going to be fine.
So that's the plan. We found a guy who is just an expert in doing these engine swaps, specifically in Suzuki Samurais. That's why we're doing all this in Florida, because we found the shop here. We're going to drop it off. We're going to leave it with him for a couple months, and then he's going to swap the engine. He's going to do a bunch of other different upgrades, which we're going to show you all that later on once it's done. Won't let the cat out of the bag, but it's going to be friggin' awesome. The downside is we're going to be without our little Samurai for a couple months.
Yeah.
We just got it.
Our relationship was pretty short-lived, but we'll be back.
We got a few more hours to make it to the shop, then we're going to drop it off and have a teary goodbye.
Aw. But for now, rocking the tunes and hitting the road.
Break it up.
Aw, commercial.
Oh yeah, that's more like it, baby.
All right. Another fun little quirk about the Suzuki is that it only has a gas tank of about 9 gallons. So it's very small, but it does get about 20 to 25 miles per gallon.
Yeah, possibly more. It seems like there's kind of a range.
Yeah, but we just ran it down pretty dang low, so we're doing our first real big fill up.
Yeah,
we'll see.
real big. We're already halfway there. That's crazy.
And the previous owner told us that it's not good at stopping itself, and sometimes it spews out. We'll see. I'm gonna just stand back just in case.
Okay, so it's turning itself off, right?
It did, but it spewed out a little bit.
Okay, so that's interesting because it was just barely on empty, but it only put 6.7 gallons in. So that tells us we can go pretty far into the empty zone.
Yeah, that's fine, but $23 for a fill up?
Yeah, not bad
so
at
bad.
all.
Our RV and our SUV back home cost a lot more than that.
Y'all, we've made it to the mechanic and we found like a Suzuki Samurai paradise. Look at this place.
Suzuki heaven, man.
So this is where the 100,000 Suzuki sold came to. So this is the engine basically that they're going to put in ours. It's the 16 valve 1.6, baby. So it's going to be a lot beefier. It's going to do the trick.
We're going to go from 55 to 62, 65.
But we're going to get there a lot quicker.
A lot faster, you're right, yeah.
Check it out, y'all. They do complete ground up restorations and rebuilds. I mean, look at this one. Can you believe that?
Strip down, baby.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I'm so excited, although it's giving me a little bit of PTSD from when we got the RV redone.
Yeah, it is.
And things
Not gonna lie.
did not go so smoothly. But I'm putting good vibes out about this go around. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great.
A semi is not going to hit it.
No,
hopefully.
dear, for the love of God, don't let a semi hit our little Suzuki.
Check it out, you guys. This is the one we almost bought. We were going to get this one, but
a little different from our red one.
But it wasn't obviously the color that we wanted. We wanted the red one. And look at it. I mean, it looks like a monster truck.
This thing is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, we're off. Goodbye, little Suzuki. We'll meet again later. Bye-bye. Well, the Suzuki is all dropped off and ready to be worked on. We're so excited, you guys.
I know. I'm so excited, but our time with it came and went so quickly.
Speaking of
it, speaking of it, we don't have a name for the old girl or boy. We haven't really decided yet what it's going to be.
So we thought we'd ask y'all, what do you think we should name it? We have some ideas, but we're not going to share them yet. We still haven't decided on a name. So let us know what we should name our little red Suzuki Samurai.
Yeah.
Leave the comment down below.
But not Sammy or Zook or something
Yeah,
like
we want
nothing
something that's
too
just not
obvious.
too typical. But we just checked into Armada Inn. We are going to be flying up to Missouri tomorrow. We're going to be seeing some family because obviously we haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah.
We're going to grab our Durango and then head down back to the RV. So that's the next time you guys are going to see us. We're going to be venturing back down to
Back
Texas.
at the RV.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're so excited. Ooh. Once the Samurai is all done, we are going to show you guys the whole process of doing the actual towing of the vehicle. We have to set up some stuff on the RV. We're going to set up a special braking system. We're going to show you guys all that. Hopefully it all works the way we're planning, but we'll bring you guys along for the ride one way or another.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a tow vehicle, even if you don't end up with a Samurai, which you totally should, hopefully we at least gave you some things to think about, some things to research, so that you can find the perfect one for yourself.
Or you can just go get a Fiat if that's what you want.
You can get a Fiat, but get the convertible ones because those are the coolest. All right, goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.